What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony two times, and we back with another video, man. And all right, man, this the first episode to my new series called the Baltimore Way, man, where we gonna talk about Baltimore, things that go on in the city. You feel me? Get y'all a better understanding where I came from. Okay, so the first story we gonna get into is a Baltimore rapper by the name of Dee Dave. David King Jr., aka Dee Dave, was a Baltimore rap artist who was born and raised in the trenches of East Baltimore. Growing up, Dave took a liking to music at an early age. Saying in the interview some of his earlier influences was Jadakiss, Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z, and even Frankie Beverly and the Temptations. As Dave got older and started observing his environment, he realized he wanted to tell the world his story and what really goes on in the streets of Baltimore. From robbery, drugs, murder, and anything you could name growing up in East Baltimore, he saw it all. Dave transformed that trauma into his music by not promoting violence, but simply telling the world about his life. As Dave dropped records that took the city by storm, such as No More Humble, Real Forever, and It's Alright, his clout and notoriety grew in the city. Dave was grinding and even working a full-time job to help his family and push his music. Through social media and hard work, Dave was on his way to the top, even getting booked to perform at a show outside the city in Atlanta. Dave was lit. He was on his way. He spoke in an interview about how the rap game was suffering due to mumble rap and dudes not taking their craft serious. Dave wanted to be a breath of fresh air to the game. Everything was looking good for the rapper. The 29-year-old thought he had survived the rough streets of Baltimore and could tell his story and let the world hear it. The rapper was preparing for his show on January 25th in Atlanta. Dave decided to kick it with his homeboy in Essex, a suburb in Baltimore County about 10-15 minutes away from East Baltimore. About 5 a.m. January 24th, Dave and another man was chilling in an apartment complex called Kings Mills, where a 27-year-old pulled up shooting, killing Dave and injuring the other man. R.I.P. Dave. Now, man, this story crazy because this happened not too long ago, you feel me? And D Dave definitely was an inspiration for Baltimore and the youth in Baltimore, because it showed the kids that you can make it out by rapping. It seemed like every rapper we get from the city, they either get killed or get locked up. You feel me? R.I.P. Lil Scooter, you feel me? And then also you got other rappers and other groups. And Baltimore, one of them states, well, Maryland, should I say, is one of them states where the light don't really get shined on it as much on the music scene and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to make it out. Now, later in this case, they actually found out the target wasn't D Dave. The dude who came through shooting had got toured with his homeboy that he was with over a female. And it's crazy how life worked, because Dave got killed and the other guy just got injured, you feel me? And Dave's father just wanted to know why, like why was the situation that serious? And he also had questions for the guy who got shot, like, why didn't you tell my son what you had going on, what you was into? Now, this a day before Bro Poser went to Atlanta and get his big break. So he thought once he went and performed at this show that it was just all up from there. Like, he was gonna be a celebrity, be able to feed his family and do what he had to do. Bro was already working a job and rapping at the same time, and I commend him, because it's a lot of dudes out here, man, they don't know nothing about grinding from the bottom to the top, hard work until you make it. A lot of people want it easy and they want it straight out the rip, but bro had enough sense to say, all right, I'm gonna go work for this, get my bread right, and I'm gonna make it. You feel me? And it's a sad story, man. When I first heard about this story, I'm like, dang, that's tough, because at the end of the day, he ain't have nothing to do with nothing. Like, this wasn't his beef, this wasn't his situation. You see what I'm saying? Like, this was somebody he knew situation. So it's crazy, like I said, how life work, with though you'll just get caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. And however the chips fall, sometimes it don't be fair, because who knows what bro would have did for the city if he would have made it out. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't understand, man. Like, when you from a bad city in a city that got a lot going on, you need people to speak on that and shed light on that. That's why I respect G Herbo for what he doing for Chicago, and people that really speak on their city and what's really going on and tell people the truth and try to tell people like, hey, don't look at these people like bad people, but this was really going on in our city. And I feel like Dee Dave wanted to do that, Lil Scooter wanted to do that, and dudes get taken out for petty reasons when you really think about it. Like, is it really worth it? Like, I understand some people live that life and there's consequences to that life. Like, we all know that. Like, if you in the streets and you live in the street life, then people should know what come with that. You feel me? It's death or jail. Ain't no way around that. But D Dave, he wasn't in the streets. Like, bro was strictly doing music, going to work, trying to take care of his family, you know? And it's just unfortunate, man, because who knows where his career would have went. You feel me? And I'm not sure what happened to the young man. That's him right there who was charged in this situation. I don't know if he got time or whatever, but dang, like, I know even when he realized what he did, I know he was messed up, because I don't care how much of a goon you is, how much of a shooter you is. Don't nobody want to go on a mission and hit the wrong person. Like, that defeat the purpose. Like, you supposed to come and get your target or get the person you got problems with. Like, you don't just come out here shooting innocent people. Then you got dudes out here shooting kids and women and stuff like that. You feel me? Like, the streets change so much. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm glad I'm 33 years old. I'm past that point in my life. I did my little time I had to do. You feel me? And I grew and learned from my mistakes, because I couldn't imagine right now trying to be out there, because don't nobody got no filter. Ain't nobody got no heart. The streets not the same. Like, people ain't got no principles and morals. Homeboys killing homeboys. The jealousy at an all-time high. So that's what's going on right now, man. But I just wanted to shed light on this story because I felt like D Day was a good example of somebody who could have been a star and could have did a lot for the city. They got taken out way too early. You see what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, dude, you feel me? He was in his prime, like 30, 28 years old around by that time. Like, you in your prime, you know, like, the world is yours depending which way you go with it. Like, a lot of people go the wrong way, you know? I'm guilty of that. When I was a certain age, I was going the wrong way. But sometimes you can reroute in life and do great things. So just because a person start out bad, don't mean they gonna stay bad or stay messed up forever. But if they lose their life, don't nobody know how they could have been. Because now you writing history, you rewriting history. Don't nobody know if this person could have went and did something super great and put the city on and put more people on. That's how I look at it, man. When one person get up, you don't know if they might reach down to help somebody else, then the next person can help somebody else. That's how I'm supposed to be out here. But people so selfish, they don't look at it like that, man. You feel me? Like, 10 minds better than one. If you get 10 solid people on your team that's on the same tip and y'all can brainstorm and give each other ideas, y'all just put 10 families in a situation where they all can eat. Then you grab the next 10 and you just keep the cycle going. It ain't hard, but people make it hard, man. But yeah, man, I just want to say rest in peace, D Dave, man. This young brother was talented. Make sure y'all go check out his music. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. I know that's tough, man, because at the end of the day, like I said, bro ain't do nothing to nobody. He ain't have no beef with nobody. You see what I'm saying? He was minding his business. He was about to catch a flight the next day and go out of town. And sometimes that's just how quick stuff happen in the inner city. Like, it's just that quick. And I used to live not too far from where this happened. As a matter of fact, I lived in the next apartment complex. Like, they was in Kings Mills, you feel me? I used to live right there. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a little small suburb outside Baltimore called Essex. You see what I'm saying? It ain't too far from East Baltimore. And yeah, I used to live right there, man. You see what I'm saying? So it's definitely wild, you know, hearing about this and me knowing exactly where it happened at. And I could kind of just put myself there. You see what I'm saying? But, man, that's crazy. It's a messed up situation. It's a cold world out here, man. I just want y'all to be informed about this situation, man. But I'm going to have more stories coming like this. I'm going to have more segments coming. I'm about to get all the way back on the grind. Y'all know I just don't cover celebrity news. So y'all stay tuned, man. Leave your comments about this situation below. If you're new to the fam, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell for uploads. Check out the links in the description if you want to support. Hit that like button. It don't cost nothing. Love, fam.